Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining. Sunil here. Welcome to this session. Can you hear me? If yes, please type yes in the chat box if you can hear me as a confirmation. Thank you, Yashwant. Thank you, Satya. Thank you all for your confirmations. Thank you, Praveen. Welcome, Tosin. Welcome to the session. Thank you very much for your confirmations. Let us stop the chat. Let us stop the chat. Okay. I welcome you all to this first day of Python full stack training. I welcome you all to this first session on Python full stack training. My name is Sunil Kopavarapu. I will be your instructor for the next 3 months duration. I'll be your instructor for the next 3 months duration, where in the journey of learning Python, where you will be successfully can be aim for Python full stack development jobs. Okay. Thank you very much. So let's get started. Few points which I want to point out. This is day one. As you know, we are starting on 10th of October. It's 11 o'clock as per Indian time. The duration of this is 3 months. My dear participants, because it is a full stack training. It is not just basic Python or it is not just Django framework. You will understand complete A to Z requirements to become a Python full stack developer. The course fees is 11,999. That is approximately 12,000. Please look at the scan here. If you want to look at the course content, I hope you have the course content in the WhatsApp group. So these are our email addresses and these are the contact numbers in case if you want to reach us for more information. So these are a few points which I want to discuss. So you can reach to our organization, Logic Labs Technologies. The first 5 sessions are the free demo sessions. Okay. Please understand, you can experience the first 5 sessions, and then from 6th session onwards, the meeting link will be changed and it will be shared to the paid candidates. There is a WhatsApp group. I hope you know it. You are already in the WhatsApp group. In case if you are not in the WhatsApp group, please join the WhatsApp group. There is an exclusive WhatsApp group created for this particular batch. There is an exclusive WhatsApp group created for this particular batch. I'm just posting the WhatsApp group link in the chat box. Participants, there is a group which is already created. If you're already in the group, you can ignore it. But if you're not there in the group, so there is exclusive group where you'll have the complete information about the journey of becoming a full stack developer. So you'll get the complete information about this particular group. Okay, perfect. Yes. Let's get started. In this session, I'll have a quick introduction about myself. And then we'll have a small interaction with the participants. Participants, if you want to have a quick discussion, please raise your hand. We'll try to communicate to you. So we'll have an understanding with the participants. I'll explain you the course content. So what is full stack Python course? What are the topics which are covered in this particular full stack Python course? You will be clear by this session. What are the prerequisites for this particular course? I'll explain about UI technologies. You have to understand about the front-end framework. You have to understand about the back-end framework. You'll have complete understanding about how this particular course moves on. Okay. So my name is Sunil Kopavarapu. I have total 11 years of experience in the IT industry. I have started my career as an Oracle applications platform, and then I have shifted my platform to AWS and DevOps technologies. And then I am involved into application development by using Python and Django framework. So this is my expertise, and I am teaching online training for more than 8 years. This is a quick introduction about myself. Participants, if you want to have a quick introduction about yourself or you want to communicate, you have any questions before getting started, you can raise your hand. Yes, good morning, Praveen. You are now allowed to have a talk. How are you doing, Praveen?
Very good, sir. Very good morning and good morning.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah. So I just got doubt, like nowadays, like in Naukri or anywhere. Like Python full stack is required, sir. Like Apollo hospitals, everyone they are asking about Python. So I know, yeah, I have attended your DevOps and AWS, and I have recently selected Cognizant. I have told you before as well.
Congratulations. Yes.
Yeah, 1.5 month got over. So still waiting for the project. Actually, the project is going to be on Java backend and React as a front end.
Okay.
For the upcoming project.
No.
But recently when a recruiter called me, like I just want to interact with them, what is the industry trend and everything. So they are offering like a 25 lakh for Python full stack. I didn't understand. And they are saying like just attempt the test. So they have sent me the links, but they are asking to attempt on any technology and update us on the test. So, but I'm actually not in a position right now to write any test, because I'm with just having self-learning, and few things are going on in recent Cognizant companies. So I'm not in such a like a very confident.
You're not planning to change your.
No, it will take actually, if we want to learn technology, it will
take some time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
but
for example, if
I hope you have noticed that there are a lot number of jobs for Python.
For Python full stack.
Correct.
And even I'm staying in Bangalore, so nearby there is a Ramaya College of Engineering and
IIT. Okay.
No, not IIT Ramaya.
Okay. Ramaya
Bangalore.
Engineering College. Okay.
So their students also saying third year EC electrical. They are saying about Python full stack is very good. I didn't know why enter into industry how they are guessing Python full stack. Maybe the feed of teachers, I guess.
Yes, you are right.
So let's see what is
Python is day by day getting widely used, Praveen. Okay. In CBSE syllabus, even the 11th standards and 10th standard students, they're having basics of Python in their computer science subject. Okay. So Python is widely used, and there is a lot of importance.
In fact, I have mentioned for Cognizant also Python, sir. Actually, I have been watched into YouTube about Django and Flask. So they are saying Django is for complete enterprise-based application.
Correct.
And Flask is for simple web pages.
Correct, you are right.
Yeah, so
if you're aiming for Python full stack, then you have to focus on the Django framework, and you have to ready for enterprise-based applications also. Okay?
There is need to update myself, sir. Companies are aiming to hire only full stack, not just like half React and half Java.
So when they're ready to pay, they are expecting multi-skilled resources.
Actually, they are expecting full stack, sir. That is the main problem. Like we need to understand from the basic to the
in this current competition to survive, as well as to have cutting edge advantage with respect to our profiles, other profiles, we have to have our skill sets.
Even many students who been equipped with Java knowledge also, they are not able to get into company. Recent freshers, I'm saying, not about experienced. So they need to understand Spring Boot, all those things. So it's not just like I know Java, I can get a job like that.
Yeah, right. Thank you, Praveen. So please enjoy the learning of Python. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Sneha. How are you? You are now allowed to unmute and talk. Your location, your experience, any specific reason you're planning to learn this Python full stack? We cannot hear you, Sneha. Please check your mic settings. You have successfully unmuted, but we cannot hear you. Check your audio settings. Good morning, Sharath. How are you? Yes, Sneha, we can hear you now.
Okay.
Sneha, looks like network issues at your location. We are not able to hear you. I'll get back to you again. Good morning, Sharath. How are you doing?
Yeah, hi, Sunil. I am good, Sunil.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Yes, Sharath, please proceed. How are you doing? Your location, your experience.
Yeah, hi, Sunil. Good morning. I have 10 years of experience as a database administration.
Which database is it? Oracle?
Not Oracle, DB2 LUWDB and
Mhm.
NoSQL databases like Couchbase and Cassandra.
Wow, you have experience in NoSQL database also. Okay.
Yeah, earlier I have attended the AWS course. I mean, that session from you, Sunil, that is very nice.
Thank you.
So I am not sure about this Python full stack. So I would like to know how it is like. Is there any difference like Python and Python full stack?
Yes, there is a difference. See,
Yeah.
when I say Python, it is only basic Python. Okay, Python programming. Okay. When I say full stack Python, it includes front-end framework, that is UI technologies. Okay, and the core programming language Python, as well as backend framework, that is Django framework. The scope of the syllabus, you'll understand it once I explain about this front-end and backend framework, Sharad. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you,
Good.
Sunil.
Thank you, Sharad. Good morning, Rohit. How are you doing?
Yeah, hi sir. Good morning.
Welcome to the session. Yes, your experience, your location.
Yeah, recently I have done Python length from you, sir. 172 batch.
Correct. And you are waiting for the Django framework, right?
Yeah, I'm waiting for Django.
Yes,
framework.
yes. You are in the right track. You already have completed. But this here, Rohit, here the Python is also covered, which you already have enrolled again. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir. I can
So
see that initially you are going to tell the UI technologies.
because the prerequisite for Django framework is Python. So I'll be covering Python, UI technologies, and then I'll be getting into Django framework. Okay.
Okay. So when it will take 2 months, right? I guess for
Yeah.
Django.
Correct. I'll update you, Rohit. Okay.
Okay,
Please
sir.
be in
I
touch.
will stay in the group.
Stay in the
When you are
group, you'll get the
starting
updates.
Django
Correct.
framework, please get
Sure.
updates.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good morning, Sandeep.
Hi, sir. Good morning. I'm Sandeep.
Nice to talk to you. Yes, please proceed.
Yes, sir. Actually, like I'm a minority background, so I worked in various companies, but in a complete different domain.
Okay, which domain may I know?
I worked as a language translator with
Mhm.
Oracle and SAP applications. It's a completely functional base, not in IT.
Okay.
So currently, I'm going to do my master's in data science.
Very good. Mhm.
So my friends,
Masters in US you're planning?
no, sir. I'm going to Germany because I know the German language. So
Okay.
I was a faculty.
Okay,
So I'm planning to do my master's from January intake in
very good. What is
Germany.
specialization in masters?
Data science.
Data science. Okay.
But
So
my
Python is
brothers,
used in data
yes,
science.
sir. Yes, sir. In my second semester, completely with the Python and machine learning.
Mhm.
So I'm interested
Okay.
to learn the
How do you
Python, but
happen
I
to know
have
this course and this institute?
my many friends, like, and my students, like, they learn from you and other courses and Nigat ma'am somewhere, and
Okay.
they got placements and they only suggested.
Thank you. Sandeep, so this is the entire Python course. Please enjoy the journey of learning Python. That will be helpful once you get into masters. Okay. So in
Yes,
your
sir.
data science, it will help you. At the same time, it will help you. This skill sets will help you get selected in the job placements. Okay.
Yes, sir. This only have one doubt, sir. Like, because I have seen like some already Python courses were there, and this is Python full stack.
Okay.
So in this Python full stack, so can I cover my basics Python and programming, or else
There is
it
no
will go?
prerequisite. There is no prerequisite for this course. It starts from basic Python. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So
Sure.
right from the scratch, even though you are completely zero in IT industry, you can perfectly spend some time and gain the knowledge and become a Python. You get the confidence as a Python full stack. Okay.
Yes, sir. I have this 3 months. I have free time, and I
Perfect.
don't have any commitments to work and
Yes.
nothing.
Perfect. Okay. Only thing, focus and dedication and practice is important. So, okay.
Sure, sir.
We get the
Sure.
success results only when you do hands-on. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sharad Babu.
Sunil, we are all.
I think we already have talked. Okay. Sorry.
Yes, Sunil.
Thank you. Perfect. Okay, so we had an understanding, my dear participants, you have an understanding about myself, and we had a quick introduction about the participants. Let's learn more about this particular course which I am designed for. Okay, Point number one, what is the prerequisite for this particular course? Can anybody join this particular course? My answer is yes. There is no prerequisite for Python course, this particular Python full stack course. You may be completely zero in IT industry. You may have no programming experience, or you may have no any other programming language is not required. Anybody, even a fresher, can aim for this particular can join this particular Python full stack course, because we are covering the basic Pythons, and then we are getting into the framework. So there is no prerequisite for this particular course. Okay, now let me explain about this full stack. Very, very important terminology. Let me explain about this concept of full stack. If you want to become a if you want to build an application, participants, if you want to build an application, it could be Facebook application, it could be a ticket booking, a flight booking application, it could be applications like Ola and Uber, or it could be applications like Zomato. In the current industry, if you want to build an application, you have to go, all these applications are called full stack applications. All these applications are nothing but full stack applications. So full stack is nothing but group of technologies. Full stack is nothing but the group of technologies for building an application. So if you categorize this group of technologies, you have front-end framework, you have back-end framework, and we have database. My dear participants, if you want to build an application, if you want to become a full stack developer, you have to be aware of front-end framework. You have to be aware of back-end framework. You have to be aware of database. If you are aware of all these stacks, front-end stack, that is front-end framework, back-end framework, as well as database, then you are called as a full stack developer. Then you are called as full stack developer. In this particular course, I'll be covering front-end framework. I'll also cover the back-end framework. I'll also cover the database. As we cover all the prerequisites to become a full stack developer, this will be very, very perfect for you. Clear? Front-end framework. First, let me explain about the term called framework. Participants, let me first explain about the term called framework, and then I'll explain about what is a front-end framework. The other one is what is a back-end framework. Okay. So what do you mean by framework? Pretty simple. Framework is collection of libraries. Framework is collection of libraries, predefined piece of code, predefined packages, which helps developers to develop the application. What is a framework? Try to understand the term called framework. Framework is a predefined libraries. Framework is a predefined libraries. Sandeep, can we have a talk? You are the person from non-IT background, am I right? Can we have a talk if you don't mind?
Yes, sir.
Are you the person from going to MS?
Yes, sir.
Are you okay? Can we have a talk?
Regarding the subject that I joined.
Not subject. Are you comfortable to have a small interaction?
Yes, yes, sir.
The voice is very low.
Actually, I'm wearing the AirPods. So
Okay. So participants who wants to talk to me, raise your hand. To have a clarity, and I'm explaining you the concept of front-end framework, back-end framework. To explain about this terminologies, who wants to talk to me, please raise your hand. Yes, Lokesh. Morning. How are you doing, Lokesh?
I'm doing good, Sunil. How are you?
Thank
How
you.
about you?
I'm doing good. Thank you. Your voice is very clear. Thank you very much. May I know your experience and location?
Basically, Sunil, I'm from a non-IT background, and I'm having 7 years of experience. And
Now
I'm
you're planning to switch to IT industry.
exactly.
Okay. So who recommended this Python?
Not so far. This morning I have attended your class on MongoDB.
MongoDB. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So I'm planning to switch my
Learn.
from non-IT to IT. So
Okay. So I hope by the morning session, Lokesh, you have observed there are a lot of success stories for people who have shifted their non-IT jobs to the IT jobs, isn't it, Lokesh? Okay. The
yes,
only
yes,
thing is focus, commitment, and hard work will definitely bring you success. Okay, Lokesh? Okay.
yes.
Now, look at this. Now, who recommended this institute? Anybody, Lokesh?
My friend, one of my friend who working in CGI, he just recommended me, and he just joined in your classes like Azure related thing. So
So he recommended this particular
exactly,
institute. Okay.
and by the way, and I joined your sessions from last COVID time, AWS and DevOps as well.
Okay.
As well. Yep.
Good, good. Thank you. So you're nothing new for us. Okay, good. Okay. Now, Lokesh, framework is nothing but predefined libraries. Okay, and predefined piece of code helping developers for building an application. That's nothing but a framework. Okay. Now, coming to UI, any idea what do you mean by UI? So, what do you mean by front end?
According to my point of view, like morning, you just explained me that regarding the framework. Front end is completely which the users can see.
Experience. User can
Exactly.
experience what the user is seeing is nothing but a front end.
Exactly.
For example, the moment you log into internet banking, you can see a dashboard with some options and a mini statement button, and then there are a lot of options in and around the complete web application. That's nothing
Yes.
but that development of user interface is nothing but front-end framework, which is very, very important.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So if you want to build those kind of buttons, if you want to build some kind of menus, you don't need to build it from the scratch location. There is already code available, so that particular library you need to copy paste it and accordingly make some changes so that the code will run successfully. Are you understanding, location? So framework is nothing but pre-developed piece of code which helps developers to build an application in nothing but framework. And what are the end user experiencing the particular framework? What are the end user experience is nothing the front end part of any application is nothing but the front end framework. So we will be covering front-end framework. There are a lot of technologies which is used for building front-end framework, but in our course, we'll be restricting to a front-end technology that is UI. So UI technologies is nothing but a front-end framework where we learn the concepts like where we learn the concepts like HTML, we'll be learning about CSS, we'll be learning about Bootstrap, very, very important. We'll be learning about Bootstrap, we'll be learning about JavaScript, and we'll be learning about document object model. So these are all the tools which we'll be learning. Once you are confident about all these tools, once you're confident about all these tools, then you are a confident front-end developer. Clear? You are a confident front-end developer. So that is about the front-end framework. Clear, Lokesh? Front-end is all about building the user interface and user experience using all these technologies specific to our course. That is called as front-end framework. Okay. Now, I'll make a small. Let me explain you the database. Database is very simple. Database you can easily visualize. Am I right? Location. The location where the data is getting stored is nothing but the database, isn't it?
Yes, yes,
Am I
yes.
right? So as simple. There's nothing to. It is nothing difficult to visualize. Database is the location where the entire data gets stored. You can store the data in. You can store the data in Oracle database. You can store the data in any other database whichever you want. Agree? So that's the backend part. Okay. Now. Assuming participants a flight booking application, assuming a flight booking application where you are entering the details like from city, and you are entering the details like to city and your date of travel. Okay. Location, are you understanding? Assuming a flight booking application where I'm entering the details like from which location I want to travel, and I want to which location, to which city I want to travel, and what date I want to travel, and I will click on search button. My dear participants, try to understand. The moment I click on search button, all the information, participants, all the information about the flights, when the flights are getting traveled, how many seats are available. The complete information is available at the database layer. Okay. But the point you have to understand, my dear friends, front-end technologies directly cannot communicate to backend. So when you click on search button, the request will go to the backend framework. You need to build a logic. You need to build a logic where you have to write a code, participants. You have to write a code which will accept the inputs from the user. You have to write a code which will accept the inputs from the user. Based on the input, your code should communicate to database, fetch the right records, process the records as per the front-end technology, and then it should generate the report to the end user. Am I right, Lokesh?
Yes,
So
Sunil.
there should be one program, there should be few set of programs which will receive the user input from the front-end framework, and then responsible for understanding that particular front-end framework, validate the particular requirements, and then communicate to database, because finally the location where the data is getting sent is in the database layer. It should communicate to database, fetch the records, process the records, and share it to the front-end environment. All this logic happens at the back-end framework level. So you have to build an application. Even this is also an application. So you have to build a code. In our context, you have to build a Python code. You have to write a Python code which will communicate to the user interface, which will communicate to the front end, and then communicate to back end, process the data, and gives the result to the front end framework. So you have to write the Python code. Okay, so the involvement of Python is there at the backend level. The involvement of Python, is it Python available at the front-end level, Lokesh? No, not at all.
No.
No, we are not writing any Python code for building a website or building a user interface. No, the right technology stack is the front-end is built using UI technologies, the backend framework language. The backend framework language, what we'll be using, participants? The backend framework language, what we'll be using is the Python language. And the framework, what we'll be using, this is framework, backend framework. The backend framework, what we'll be using is Django framework. Okay, Django framework we'll be using. So what are the technologies? We'll be using a language called Python. We'll be using the framework for Django for building the backend component. And this backend component will communicate to the database. We'll have the understanding about, we'll also learn about how exactly we can use MongoDB database. Okay, we'll also spend some time using relational databases also for communicating to the front-end framework. So when you are comfortable, participants, please try to understand. When you are comfortable with the front-end development technologies like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, and DOM, when you are comfortable writing Python code, not just Python code, when you are comfortable using Django framework for developing the backend component, when you are also comfortable establishing communication to the database, understanding the components of the database, understanding how exactly we need to communicate database and write the queries to build the data. So if you have an awareness on the database layer, then when you have a strong understanding on the front-end framework, when you have a strong understanding about the back-end framework, when you have a strong understanding on database level, then only you are called as a full stack developer. Participants, then only you are called as a full stack developer. You have to be having exposure in all the layers, technologies which are helpful for building web-based applications. The industry is in such a way now is that you cannot say, okay, I am good in front-end technologies. Okay, in such case, you have to only appear for front-end development jobs. There are jobs which are only specific to front-end. But if you want a highly demanded role, if you want to get into a highly demanded role, if you want your profile to be receiving more number of calls, then your profile should include all these components, whatever I have showed you in this particular slide. Your profile should have front-end framework technologies. Your resume should have back-end framework. Your resume should include a programming knowledge exposure. Your resume should include Django framework. Your resume should include MongoDB and relational databases. In such case, when you have all the skill sets in your resume, then you are called as participants. then you are called as a full stack developer. Then you are called as a full stack developer. Clear? Clear about this? Perfect. Look at this. To be a full stack developer, you have to have an understanding on UI technologies, the front end part. You have to have an understanding on Python because you'll be writing Python program using Django framework, and you'll also communicate to a database. Then these are the skill sets which are required to become a full stack developer. Once you have understanding and confidence on all these technologies, participants, once you have understanding on all these technologies, you can apply for full stack development jobs. Without learning, if you just say that I'm a full stack developer, then you have to be answering the questions related to Django framework. You should answer questions related to Python. You should have answers questions related to communication with respect to database. Only when you are all this knowledge, then only you are called as a full stack developer. Yes, Praveen. I can see your hand raised.
Yeah. The problem is like there is no proper like a resource for database to connection to the full stack kind of training, sir, because relational and non-relations are there.
Correct.
So relational database, this Postgres and SQL, MySQL,
Correct.
those we don't know. And NoSQL, MongoDB, majorly everyone are just
preferring for
MongoDB CRUD applications.
Because now all the full stack environments are highly supporting NoSQL databases. Okay. So we will also focus on NoSQL databases because the only way you can gain the advantage on the profile if you are still in the NoSQL databases. So we will stick to MongoDB. Okay, Praveen?
So, yeah, sometimes like SQL databases are also.
I'll also show you example in how you can communicate with SQL database, how you can also communicate with Mongo. Both the examples I will show you. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Good morning, Brahnu Prakash. How are you doing?
Good morning, sir. I'm good, sir. How about you?
I'm doing well. Your experience, your location.
I am from Vizag, sir, Visakhapatnam.
Mhm.
And right now, I am in teaching side, 2+ years of experience.
As a lecturer?
No, yes, sir. I teach AWS and Azure right now.
Very good. Very good. Okay.
Yeah.
Any specific reason learning Python?
Yeah, I'm interested to learn this new technology also, sir. Python and full stack. Actually, I want to learn
Become a full stack.
Yeah.
So once you learn this full stack, you'll have a complete exposure how applications are built. Okay, how connections happens. Okay, so you will enjoy this learning. Okay, and hopefully you will also teach full stack after this particular training. Okay, it's
Yeah,
like a train the trainer program. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, I'm having one doubt.
Tell me.
You said the backend framework is there, no, sir?
Correct.
Once, can you show me the diagram? Sir, in here the backend framework, we need to communicate with the database ones. Generally, by MySQL, we are going to communicate with the database. Now, how this Python is going to help to communicate with the front end?
Python will not help. Framework will help to communicate with database. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So framework is predefined packages, predefined libraries for which helpful for the developers. That's what I told you in the beginning, right? So yes. Django framework helps in communicating to the database. The predefined codes, predefined scripts, you need to just provide the database credentials to Django framework. So Django framework will pull the data from that particular database. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah?
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Is it interesting, Banu?
Yeah, absolutely, sir. I'm your old student also.
Okay. Is it AWS DevOps?
Yes, sir. I have taken DevOps from you and as well as Azure from Ankit, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now you're teaching AWS and
AWS, Azure DevOps also.
Where in the institute in Vizag?
Yeah, Datapro, sir.
Okay, very good. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Teach Python also, full stack.
Yeah. Planning for that, sir.
Thank you. Yes, Teja.
Hi, Sunil. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Teja.
Will you take this final? will I get any recordings?
Every session is recorded.
Okay.
Now,
We will
Kishore,
get in this Logic
every
Labs.
session is recorded, and you get the recording in our website, Logic Labs Technologies, where you can play the recordings for lifetime access. Okay,
Okay.
clear about this?
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
perfect. Let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, so you can develop web applications. Web applications, I have already told you examples of web applications. Okay, you can develop Facebook applications, so using this full stack, you can develop a ticket booking application. It could be any application. You can develop anything which you are able to access it over the web or from the browser is called as a web application. Okay, as I have mentioned, I will be sharing you the material. Okay, all on the material is nothing but the notes and the programs which I'll be using as per this particular training. As you know, every session is recorded and you will have access to the recordings. You cannot download the recordings, but you can play the recordings for lifetime. You get a course completion certificate from our training institute saying that you have completed full stack from our organization. So this is how a web application looks like. Praveen, this is user interface. So how whatever the options we have built at the moment I click on explore more, where it is getting redirected. This is all what user interface, defining menus. Okay, when I click on a particular menu or when I click on a particular button, what should happen, what script should execute, what action happen, all at the front end environment, the client side, the end user side. Clear? So this is called as front end development. You can develop this kind of beautiful front end using Bootstrap, using JavaScript. When you click on book now button, if you want to run program to execute, you can some validations to run it. You can write JavaScript. So this is about front end development. When you click on book now, so when you want the logic to happen, when you want to communicate to database, process the data, all that is happening at the backend the framework that is using Django framework. Okay, perfect. As I told you, we can have front-end component, that is back-end components that back-end framework. So UI technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, these are all nothing but the front-end components. Okay, so JavaScript is all about adding functionality to the HTML components. When a particular button is pressed, when a link is clicked, what should happen? The JavaScript gets executed. Okay. And the backend is generated, backend component, that is backend framework, is responsible for generating the content and shown to the user. Okay, so when you, let's say when you click on mini statement in an internet banking application, let's say you click on mini statement. When you click on mini statement, you get the last 10 transactions. So the backend framework is responsible because the transaction information is there in the database layer. The backend component is responsible for communicating to database, getting the data and showing the data to the front end. That logic is built using backend framework. Okay, so backend framework, backend component, in other words, backend framework is responsible for generating the content that is shown to the user. It is responsible for communicating to the database and shown to the user. Okay, user is nothing but showing to the front end. For example, I want the list of trains. Let's say your ticket, you're booking train ticket. Okay, you want list of trains from Hyderabad to Delhi. Okay, so train. So when you click on list of trains from one city to other city, you'll get all these trains that you are getting this from the database. So backend component is responsible for generating the data. Front-end component is front-end framework is all about responsible for displaying the data. Generation of data, communication of that communication database is done by the backend framework. Front-end framework is all about showing the data to the users perfectly. Okay, and again, backend component is responsible where we build the logic using languages like Python. In our case, framework what we use is Django framework, and database you can use MongoDB or you can use any other relational databases. Okay, now, so don't think that there's only one course for full stack that is called Python full stack. Okay, don't think that there's only one course called as Python full stack. There is Java full stack also. Okay, you can also build web applications, equally good web applications by using Java full stack. Are you understanding? If you use Java full stack, then the language what you have to learn is Java. For the backend framework, we have to use Struts or JSF. And you can use Oracle as database. This is the preferred stack in case of Java. Participants, in case of Python, if you want to aim for Python full stack, then you have to learn a language called Python. For Python, the combination is Django framework. We'll be using Python language and we'll be using Django framework. We'll be using the database as MongoDB. And front-end development also you have to be aware that is called as UI technologies. So once you are perfect in these 3-4 components, then you are called as a full stack developer. Am I clear? So we'll be covering all these topics in our course. We'll start with UI. My dear friends, we'll start with UI, user interface designing, where we learn HTML, where we learn CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, and document object model. We'll be covering first UI component first. Once you are done with the UI, then we'll be moving on to step 2 called Python. You will learn how to write Python programming. You will understand the programming language. We will learn all the in and out of concepts of Python. Once you're strong in Python, you will be writing Python code using Django framework for communicating to the database layer. We'll use Django framework, which helps in building enterprise level applications. And then obviously Django framework will understand Python as a language. So we'll be learning Django framework using Python language. We'll be building applications using Python language. It's very, very important. Django framework is very, very important. And the database we will cover as MongoDB. So if you are perfect in all these 4 components, you will be confidently called as a Python full stack developer, and you can easily apply and crack Python full stack jobs. It's just a matter of 3 months. It's just a matter of 3 months. By the time you cover 2.5 months, 2 hours, 2 months. The moment you cross 2 months, you automatically start building confidence, gaining confidence, and you can start preparing for the interviews. Clear? So this is the track which we will be following in this particular Python full stack course. Clear about this? Every session is recorded. The first 4 sessions are the free demo sessions. You can experience how the training happens. The first few sessions are the free demo sessions. 3 to 4 sessions are the free demo sessions, where you can experience how the training happens. If you like this particular course, you can enroll and aim for your dream IT job to become a Python full stack developer, which is very, very widely used in demand. These skill sets are widely in demand. I have seen many success stories who have successfully made their job into Python full stack. Clear about this? Yes. Any questions? Participants? Okay. Please raise your hand. Any questions? Please raise your hand. Yes. Sripati, good morning. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you, Sripati.
Yes, Sunil, I have few doubts here.
Yes.
So when we say these frameworks, right, all these frameworks are open source, or do we need
all
to?
the frameworks are open source. Django is an open source framework. UI is also open source framework. Okay. You don't need to buy licenses or something like that. Okay.
Okay. And the other thing is, you said the course duration is 3 months, right?
Correct.
So does this include all the holidays what we are going to have in between, or it's 90 working days?
Approximately. I'm planning to have some sessions on Saturday also. Okay.
Okay.
So approximately 85 working days.
85 working days.
85 working days. Okay.
Okay. And the last thing,
yes.
One of my friend actually, she worked in a company, and after that she left the job because of her family things,
Okay.
and now she is interested to come to IT again. And the gap between
She's
the
already
parts-
having IT experience, right?
yeah, IT experience
In
of
which
3.5,
platform?
I think on data stage.
Data stage. Okay. Okay.
So 8 years gap is there. Now she wants to do the job again.
Welcome. No problem.
So I
Okay.
think she can keep that experience and
Yes,
learn
she
this
can.
Python. Right?
She can keep that experience and learn this Python. That old experience will help you. This Python knowledge will help you. And Python full stack is always in demand. The moment you create a resume for Python full stack developer, you start receiving the calls, Sripati. If you prove your skills in your interview, you will get the offer. Okay.
Sure, sure. I'll recommend her. Thank you.
Please. Thank you. Thank you, Sripati. Good morning, Rohit. How are you?
Yeah, fine, sir.
Yes.
I have one doubt, sir.
You are there for
Actually,
MongoDB course also, right? Morning?
yeah, I attended, sir, morning also.
Yes. Yes,
With
Rohit.
So this Django frameworks only works for Python, sir, not for
Correct.
Java.
Django framework is compatible only for Python.
It
programming.
doesn't
For
support
Java, the framework what should be used is Struts
Okay.
or JSON. And for Django, only Python should be used.
Okay. Sir.
Okay, Rohit? Good
Okay,
question.
sir. Thank you.
If you are done with your discussion, please drop your hand. Yes, Sharath.
Yeah, hi Sunil. These four, I mean, you only trainer or anyone will
I
train
am the
this
only
topic?
trainer. I'll be training right from day 1 to last.
And I mean, really, we don't have real-time experience. Can we manage in real time if we learn these, I mean, concepts?
If you practice, you can manage. Okay. It is not difficult, Sharath. Okay. It is not difficult. Understanding and practicing is key. Okay. If you practice regularly, this is very, very easy. Okay. All the latest technologies are easy, Sharath. Okay.
Okay, Sunil.
We have a lot of success stories also. Thank you, Sharath.
Thank you, Sunil.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, any questions, Praveen?
Yeah. A small quick doubt, sir. For Python, are you covering advanced Python and everything?
Correct. Complete Python. Okay.
Yeah. How many days for Django, sir? Django and
See, UI I'll be covering in 15 days.
okay.
Python I'll be covering 25 days. Okay. So Django framework I'll be covering 30 days. Okay. Approximately. MongoDB and other rest of informations I'll cover 10 days. So total how many it happened? 40?
80, sir.
80. No, approximately. Okay. Plus or minus. Okay. This Python may take more. I will 25 to 25 to 30. Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
Python will take complete Python language will take 1 month. Django framework will take 1 month. Rest of the topics will take 1 month. Okay. That's
Actually, I have learned UI, sir, from you only.
Okay. So UI will wrap it up fast because it's pretty easy. Okay. We'll complete it fast, Praveen. Okay. Rest we have to. Yeah, rest everything is completely new file. Okay. Okay.
Do you have any MongoDB separate batch, sir? You were saying
MongoDB. You are there now. You are not there in the WhatsApp group. MongoDB. We have started a new batch on morning only exclusively MongoDB. Okay.
No, I don't know, sir. Actually,
you are not there in the WhatsApp group.
Days, sir? Yeah. I'm not there in MongoDB WhatsApp group.
No. You are there in the existing WhatsApp group.
Yeah. I have. Yeah.
Then you I think you already got the message, or otherwise you can do it. Look at this. Go to logiclabstech.com. Go to upcoming batches. This is the MongoDB. These are free sessions. Okay. Only live training is free. It's early morning 6 o'clock. Approximately 25 to 30 working days.
Okay. Thank you.
Perfect. Any more questions? My dear participants, I hope you have enjoyed the training. So there is no prerequisite. Anybody can start learning. Start from now. Down the line from 3 months, you can aim for a Python full stack, which is highly in demand. Okay. Stay focused to get the success. Okay. We'll start tomorrow with the first component of full stack that is called as UI. So that's our plan from tomorrow session. Until then, have a good time. Thank you and see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Thank you very much.